Welcome, my name is Steven, and this video is for Madison, Wisconsin homeowners. I am a first-time homeowner who electrified his house. I got rid of all natural gas, and our one bill every month is just an electric bill. This is going to be a video of me just talking about how I did that. It's meant to help you. I'm not trying to sell you anything. I'm just trying to share with you my experiences. Maybe put it on in the background as you're doing other stuff, and here is the information. So I bought this 1,000 square foot house. It's a ranch back in 2019, and I liked the idea of efficiency. I didn't want my house to waste energy. Didn't want windows to be open where like hot air is going out or cool air is going out. I want my house to be tight, to be optimized. So I started to do upgrades, right? I air sealed the whole house really tight. Then I insulated the house. And just doing those two things, I call that MG&E, which is my utility provider. And they said that I cut my energy bills in half, folks. No lie, I cut them in half just with the air sealing and the insulating. And I did this all myself. I ended up getting some rebates from Focus on Energy because I did all this work, and I got like an energy audit in the process of doing all that stuff. So just with the air sealing and insulating, cut my bills in half. Well, then, once I did that, it was kind of like a domino effect, folks, okay? Because my house was so tight and so well insulated, now my furnace was way too big for my house, okay? My furnace was an 80,000 BTU furnace. So let's just call it, my furnace puts out 80 heat units. My heating device today, my heat pump, puts out at max 24 heat units. I almost went down in size by a factor of 4, okay? And this is all DIY stuff that I did myself, okay? So went from an 80 down to a 24. Did all the air sealing. After the air sealing, we realized that our furnace was short cycling, all right? It was way too big. It'd blast on, blast heat, then it'd shut off. A single stage furnace, which is what we had, has two speeds. It's either on at 100% or it's off. It made us uncomfortable. It was loud. I'm like, we can do better than this. And I wanted to go all electric because I want the independence. I want to be able to put up solar and be able to source that electricity from hydro or nuclear or, wind or maybe a coal burning fire plant if we have to, whatever. I don't want to be beholden to one source, just natural gas for my power. I want to, be able to use the diverse ways we have of harvesting electricity to power my house, right? And then maybe one day we'll power just from the solar I have here at my house, which I'm going to be installing probably this summer. Anyway, so we went with a Mr. Cool Universal. I'm not sponsored by them. I'm just saying that's what we went with. There are a number of DIY and budget-friendly heat pumps that you could go with. I installed this one myself, but I had to get a HVAC guy here because he had to remove my old system and charge the lines on my new system. Okay, so that cost me a couple $100. I also redid all of my duct work in my basement, and that cost me about another $1,000. So all in for the heat pump and for the ductwork, we're probably looking at $5,000. Guys, my house though, it's pretty close to just being dialed in. Like, my house rocks, okay? It's tight, it's well insulated. I have control over my indoor environment, and I love that, okay? So you're probably wondering, well, how'd your heat pump do in the cold weather? In the month of December, our total bill for all our electricity we use in our entire house, that includes our air-to-air heat pump, which replaced our furnace. It's a ducted heat pump, by the way. It included our heat pump water heater, which I installed myself. Got it for about $750 on Home Depot. We have a electric range, and we have an electric washer and dryer, and all our lights are LEDs, like every single one of them, okay? Like every one. So all of that stuff came out to $169 for the month of December. For the month of January, our bill was $156. I'm rounding up. It was like $155 and change, but let's call it $156. So typically people say that heat pumps don't work in cold climates. Our heat pump will put out up to 78% of its rated capacity down to negative 22. And when it gets really cold, guys, normally we just put on a coat or maybe put on a hat in the house for a couple days. What I'm trying to tell you, it's not a big deal at all. You can get a load calculation done on your house and a duct design before you jump into the waters of the heat pump. That I did a load calc myself for multiple different programs to make sure that my heat pump was sized correctly for my house. I sized aggressively on purpose, folks. And I'm fine. I'm still standing here, and everything's going to be A-okay. We got through the 2 coldest months, paying $169 and $156, okay? So these things are kicking butt, all right? I think that's all I want to say for now. There'll be more videos coming out about what I did. I'm here to encourage you. You can totally go all electric in Madison, Climate Zone 5, and be okay just like we are. And I'm not paying $400, for my energy bill in December or January or February, okay? I mean, I was thinking, maybe it'll be like $300-400, like $170, guys. Like, crap. I mean, that's not bad at all. So maybe we'll kind of bump it up, next year and keep it a little bit warmer in the house during those times, because I was a little nervous about how expensive it was actually going to be, but it really wasn't a big deal. I also some of the other upgrades that I did on my house was, I insulated my basement walls. We dense packed our first floor because we have a ranch, so we paid $1,500. Someone came and dense packed the walls with cellulose. I personally air sealed and insulated our attic. I air sealed and insulated our rim joist. I installed our own heat pump water heater. I installed our own ductwork. I also put all new Geldwin V2500 builder grade windows in our house. We put 16 windows in. I think it cost us $3,500. So, and I'm going to be redoing the windows down here in the basement too. Still got to finish up our basement, but it's been super cool. It's been a learning experience. I like doing it, and I'm just here to encourage you that it's not all that tough. You can do it, especially if you do the load calculations, figure out what your house needs. The first step, folks, is always going to be air sealing, air sealing, air sealing, then insulating, then do the load calculations to size your system, and drop it in. So anyway, good luck to you. Let me know if anything that I can do that can help you. All right, see you, bye.